All right, I'm gonna start down here. See ya. So that pretty much brings us to the Land Rover thing. It was a great project with a dream client. They were super happy with it. I was super happy with it. And it's a partnership that I definitely want to keep going. In terms of other and for microphone purposes, I can never remember what my next line is here. I should probably read my script before I start doing stuff like this so that I know and I'm not just talking about random just to test the audio. I'm really just stalling right now so that I can try and remember what that line is, but I can't actually remember it. Do you think if I keep stalling that I'll figure it out? Probably not. But we're gonna end the video right here.
Keep me in your pocket. Take me out in all your quiet moments.
It was gloomy as hell that morning. The northern part of the county was iced over and the fog swallowed the valleys and crept up the hillsides.
When you wake up, you let a little giggle out.
I was packing for Wyoming. I had to be there by the end of the week for my brother's birthday. And of course, Hudson was there to help. We hadn't seen each other on our birthdays for longer than I can remember. Probably like 10 years. We were born 12 days apart. He on the 31st of March and me on the 12th of April. So for 25 years, I had the advantage of being able to call him an old fart when he beat me to the next chapter every time. I always get the most intoxicating feeling when I'm packing up the car for a trip. It's like an out-of-body experience where my arms and hands continue to pack and my mind is just daydreaming about the long stretches of road, the radio playing in the background and a hot cup of coffee steaming in the cup holder.
I found a place.
Of course, I couldn't leave without strolling down some of my favorite back roads. The conditions were so moody and true to a Berkshire spring. I got some of my favorite images in a long time, just a few minutes from my house. Now I was off to stop and say bye to my friend Steve on my way out west. He was one of my best friends. We usually chill at the end of a long day, talk about new music, girls, and just unwind. I think it's really important to have these type of relationships. People who you can relate to and you can turn to them for just about anything, but there's no strings attached.
Look at that thing.
Isn't that something?
That is something.
Clear it out.
I just clear it out. I do it every couple months. I'll clean her out. You see that?
Yellow and white.
And white.
Yeah, I dig the white.
The white's nice.
What do you like better?
I don't know because then I took the angle that I like the angle more of the yellow one.
What is it, lower?
Kind of, yeah.
I got a little wasted.
So now I was officially on the open road heading west, with 2,250 miles to go.
Together. With you, they've always been a little use anyway, and I'm lucky just to love you. I get to drink a little giggle in the morning, and you feel so like you're dancing, and you feel so light it lifts me off the ground. And I got every reason, don't tell me, baby, you will come around. Cause I'm a sucker for the sky like you. I wanna walk out of my heart onto the porch and into the blue.
After some major detours in western PA due to the unexpected beauty, I had finally made it towards the middle of the country.
And they say Shot City, yeah. They say Shot City, okay. They say Shot City, yeah. They say Shot City. And they say Shot City. And they say Shot City. And they say Shot City.
had been sick for most of the month of March, and on this rainy night it got really bad. I was almost to Jackson, and I parked up on a ridge in a town in southwestern Wyoming. Pretty spectacular view to fall asleep to. It was now Friday the 31st, and I was only a few hours from my brother. I couldn't help but do a little exploring around the area when I woke up. I ended up getting stuck twice. Once in a river rut, and the other I got sucked into an embankment and I had to push Ralph to the max to get out. Couldn't believe that I made it. I lost a mud flap, a fog light, and I got some new scratches. It's not the first time that old rover was strong enough to counteract my overeagerness. And 5 days later, I had made it. The feeling I get when we see each other is always electric. He hugs me off the ground every time. We got dinner with some friends that night to celebrate his quarter century.
Again. Have you listened to Johnny Flynn at all?
I listened to the whole album.
But also, Daddy gave me shoes.
Smile.
He had his last week of work as a ski instructor at the resort for the first week I was there. So I caught sunrise a few mornings and I did some solo exploring. Then, later in the week, he showed me his deepest passion firsthand and took me downhill skiing for the first time in years. That was him doing a front flip off a jump in front of everyone on April Fool's Day, or what they call Gaper Day at the mountain. Everyone dresses up in costumes and parties all over. Such a cool experience. I'd say my favorite part about my time in Jackson was when we'd take his dog Uller for a walk. Near his house is a series of trails in a golden meadow, with a river running through, mountains in the distance, and ducks and moose all over.
These bags are only so big.
What are you going to do with the other half?
Then he took me to the cabin he stayed at all summer and fall, and told me stories about his time here. Couldn't describe to you how jealous I was. He knew all the best spots. I could always count on him for that. He had an incredible memory and sense of geography, and was always bringing me to the coolest places, naming every peak and river along the way. He gave me a hand with some of my work, too. It's always fun to collaborate with him on things like that. He has the most creative mind I know. I imagine the inside is like an old-fashioned factory, with gears and levers constantly moving, pumping out thought after thought after thought. So Simon was now done with work. His girlfriend was heading to Canada to coach skiing for the week, and we had the whole next week to ourselves. My birthday was coming up, and I had the perfect plan for exactly how I wanted to spend it. I can't wait to show you.